Y'all come in, sit down. David, pull it together. Stop acting like a child and sit down. I didn't even get permission to record us. Why is it just like on a long permission? Why is it just why do you go choose your permission for No, Romeo, no. Give me that seat back. It's in the law that you go. Give me that seat back. I don't know why you have that. That's not good. Seat back.
I mean, it was right there.
Ava, here. Lindsay, here. Noah, here. Tori, who's in the other room. That's right. Jonathan, here. Adriana, here. David,
Here.
Maddie F, here. Andres,
Here.
Desiree, here. Nivis,
Here.
Kane, Chris, Reve, Javier, Maddie M, here. Romeo,
Here.
Gavin, here. Sergio, here. Gary,
Here.
Jaden, here. Alright, so today we are starting a new unit. What was our last unit that we just did? We just tested on. Yes, that was one of our poems. Good. Poetry, right? Who was one of the main authors that we talked a lot about?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, Edgar Allan Poe. Good. Alright, we are moving on past that. Please put up whatever you have in your pocket.
Nice.
Anyways, put them up.
Where is it? Did you pick them up?
Alright, and today we are moving on to the gold rush. So if you look at our objective on the board, it says students will begin to learn about the gold rush. Does anyone know what the gold rush is?
No.
Who watches football? Who knows who the 49ers are?
Nice.
Okay, so then you know a little bit about the gold rush. Do y'all know why the 49ers are named the 49ers?
Yes.
It did happen in 1849, okay? In 1849, there was a big movement. It was called the Gold Rush, okay? It was when people migrated west, okay, towards California in that way to go look for gold, okay? The Gold Rush isn't supposed to be some complicated, like, title for it. It's the Gold Rush, okay? People rushed to go look for gold, right? That sounds really dumb, but that's the name of it, right? I want you guys to turn and talk to someone. And if you guys can please stay on task while doing this. Okay? That means if David and Nivis are talking, I'm going to ask David what Nivis said and ask Nivis what David said. That means you're expected to actually listen to the person that you're talking to. And I want you guys to come up with one question, okay? As of right now, you guys said you know nothing about the gold rush. I want you to think of one question with your partner about anything you think about the gold rush, okay? So you know nothing. So think of a question. So go ahead and find your partner and turn and talk. Maddie, stop looking at the camera. Maddie Mendez, find a partner.
I'm talking to her.
I said a partner. So there's 3 people, so that partner is 2. Find someone else. Free. Okay, go talk to someone. Maddie, go talk to someone. You're not gonna sit here and talk.
So the 49ers?
No, stop. It cannot be about the 49er football team. I already told y'all that. That was your prior knowledge. Maddie, find a partner and listen to instructions. Maddie Mendez, would you like to go to the office?
I'm talking to her.
So then who's Lindsay talking to?
I don't know.
Us. Okay, I said partners, not trio. Find a partner. You can move, you can stand up and move. That's why God gave you legs.
I got a phone. Sergio, come here. Sergio, she even like she did away. Best. We talked to her.
Huh? Partner needs 2, trio needs 3. Alright! I need everyone, stop talking, face me. David, put that up.
What is he doing to me?
Alright, Desiree, what did you guys think? What did Adriana say? Did it involve the railroad? Okay, I think that would be a really good observation, right? It could possibly involve the railroad. Railroad. Why do you think it would be involving a railroad? So the rush part, right? That like migration aspect. What does migration mean? Moving around. In other subjects, where do you hear the word migration?
Science.
Science. When do you typically hear the word migration?
Whenever like the bears or like animals move around.
Animals migrate, right? So a really big common one is that we see, especially in South Texas, is what?
Birds.
Starts with a B.
Bears.
Do we have bears in Texas? Do you have bears right here in South Texas?
Bats.
Oh, bats.
Beetles.
Butterflies, right? You know, whenever you drive and you hit like 1,000 butterflies and your car is like disgusting afterwards, okay, that's when they start migrating, right? So migration talks about the movement of things, right? Migration talks about the movement of things. Remember the M's, migration, movement, right? So she talks about railroads. See, I heard rush, that makes me think of movement. Old-timey, right? Did they have cars?
No.
In 1849-ish, did they have cars?
Yes.
They have wagons.
They had wagons instead of a car. No, right? So their main use of transportation could have been a train. Good. Noah and Gavin. Gavin, what did Noah say?
Mom, babe.
You know, he said like, what's the goal from? Yeah, like, what's that? Oh, I said, isn't it really about gold?
Is it really about gold? Okay, so Noah said, is it really about gold? Okay. I did say that the gold rush was a pretty literal title for it, right? Gold rush. People went and they rushed to California in that general area to look for gold, right? Okay, this is what I need y'all to do. I need you to get a computer. So one person from the pair. So that does not mean everybody stands up. That means one person from the pair. Go get a computer for you and your partner. Yay!
Man.
Oh, that does not mean you get noisy. That means one person gets a computer and everyone else stays in their seat. both of you on the computer. She said that's not enough. Her sister. Dude, his mom have a computer. Man! Everybody should be logging on to Amplify. Hi, sisters. Go tell Miss Miranda we need 4, not 3. Addie, put up the hair brush. That's not what you're supposed to be doing right now. Addie, put up the hair brush. That's not what you're supposed to be doing right now. So funny, haha.
John.
Everyone should be logging on to Amplify.
John B. You're supposed to be Big Brett.
Oh yeah.
Alright, if you need a computer, come grab one from mommy. Guys, it should not be taking this long to log on to Amplify. You should already be on there. If you cannot handle using computers, we will just go to writing. Alright, once you're actually in Amplify, which unit do you think you're clicking? The Gold Rush, yes. I think it's 7E, I think.
F.
Or 7F. You should be, your screen should look like the screen on the board. Yes, once you're there, go ahead and wait. No, I just said wait where you're at. Your screen looks like mine, just take a breath and wait. Alright, once you're at this page, we are not doing subunit 1, we're going straight to subunit 2, lesson 1. Once you get on to subunit 2, lesson 1, go ahead and just don't touch your computer. You're going to watch this video, so my friends at the front, you're going to have to turn around. Guys, my people up front, whose backs are to the wall, you have to turn around. Throw me up, turn around. Alright, everyone should please be quiet while the video is playing. Romeo, turn yourself around. David, Nivis, I'm gonna have to separate y'all. Don't throw attitude my way just because you get called out. Stop talking.
Coloma, California, 1848. James W. Marshall, a lumber mill foreman employed by pioneer John Sutter, finds gold in the tail race, or water leading from the mill he was building. They attempted to keep it secret, but the silence was broken when Samuel Brandon, a newspaper publisher, walked through the streets of San Francisco with a flask of gold dust yelling, "Gold, gold, gold from the American River!" And the gold rush began. Men and women from all over America, Mexico, France, Italy, China, and many other countries flooded to California by land and sea, seeking their fortune. Gold fever caused men to abandon their families, crews to abandon their merchant ships, and lawlessness to abound. The gold rush had significant impacts on American history. The California Dream, the Golden State, and the term Eureka have been embedded in our history, all because of this war.
Alright, so a few things. Did this just involve America?
No.
No, what was?
France, Mexico. France, Mexico.
Did I say to call out? Raising your hand, give me one of the places. Gary. China was one, yes. David.
France.
Yep. France, yes.
France.
Nivis. What'd you say? Yes, Mexico. Yes, obviously the Americas, right? So this wasn't just in the Americas, right? So it was happening in America, it was happening in California, and it started when? 1848. Good. It started in 1848 because how did they discover this?
They were digging and we found
Good. So they were trying to make a settlement, right? So someone started digging and they had this little wooden thing where the water would flow, right? And in that water they found gold. And the two guys said, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep this a secret, right? We don't want people knowing. But then what happens? Who lets out that secret?
James Marshall.
James Marshall was one of the ones who found it. Not his name, but what type of person let out the news? The news reporter, right? So a news reporter put out an article basically saying, go ahead and get on to Amplify, okay? Alright, so a news reporter basically put out an article and was like, there's gold in California. And then that's when everything kind of started happening, right? So there was a big, basically, rush from not just the Americas, but from also other countries to come to California to look for gold. Okay, predicting, right? Because you guys said you don't know anything about the gold rush. Do you think there was large amounts of gold in California?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that means that every single person who went and traveled to California, do you think they struck rich? Do you think they found a lot of gold?
No.
Why do you say no, Noah?
Because the people that are they're already there going to, it's in California, right? They're already going that way, so they probably took all of it before the other people really got there.
Go quickly. So, Noah is saying that because people in California already found out that they got the gold first, right? So that's basically left none for the other people. Could there be any other reason? So do you really think that the people who are going to California, do you think they all struck rich?
No.
Okay, give me another reason why you think they did not strike rich. Make a prediction.
Strike.
Because they got the right spot.
Okay, so location, right? So just because it's in California, do you think everywhere in California had gold in the soil?
No.
Maybe not, right? Okay. It also said that people abandoned their families, right? Do you think that this caused any sort of conflict within the United States?
Yes.
Yes, right? So it's kind of telling, it's giving you a little bit of a basis for the gold rush, right? Do you think that the journey and actually being in California, do you think that was easy? Do you think it was hard? Do you think it was good weather? What do you think that environment looked like?
Hard. Because I'll say hard.
Why?
Because
You said hard confidently, so why do you think it was hard?
are we talking about the gold? Like why was it hard to find the gold?
No, why? So the question was do you think that the journey to find gold, do you think that was a hard journey or do you think that was an easy journey?
A hard journey. Hard journey because it's probably underground.
Okay, so you think there's a lot of work that goes into it, right? Okay. Has anyone ever built a house? Or been a part of building a house? Okay. Is it easy to build a house? If someone just gives you a plot of land, does the house just pop up the next day?
No, it's hard.
No, it's hard work, right? You have to make the foundation, right? So you have to start the foundation. You have to do the plumbing, so you have to dig in for stuff like that. You have to break up rock if you're on a rocky soil, right? It's not easy, right? So we can almost predict that this journey to get gold wasn't easy, right? It's 1848. Do they have modern technology the way that we have modern technology? No. Do they have power tools that would be easy to get into the dirt? What type of equipment would they be using?
Jackhammers.
No, they would not be using jackhammers. You have to think about it. There was no power tools. There's nothing electric. So what would they be using?
Hammer.
Like a hammer,
A sledgehammer.
a shovel, a sledgehammer. Okay. What else? Their hands. Do you think this was really physically intense? Do you think this was labor intensive?